Heidi ho.
Mm.
Hi there, neighbor. Hi, Wilson. Wilson.
Looks like I'm going back to prison again. That's comedy.
I like how in that show they kind of gave up on the Wilson thing as the years went on. They kept showing more and more of his face. But I don't think it was meant. I think that they just got lazy about it. It's like eventually you could see, like, you could kind of just see what he looked like. Which I think is where it jumped the shark. It's like, nuh-uh.
Right. Like, it's
yeah.
just that was the essence of the show, was not knowing what their neighbor looked like, their insightful neighbor.
Did you ever see that when the Dana Carvey show was on? Did you ever see that documentary about the Dana Carvey show?
Ooh. No, I remember the Dana Carvey show existing, but I remember nothing of it.
There was this great... Oh, shit. I wonder if we would get... I don't want to play... Maybe we'll save it, but there's like an ad for it. And like it leads up to... Because like Tool... Whatever. Fucking... what the fuck's the real name of the show? Home Improvement is going to be on. So they're advertising that for ABC. It's like one of those on a very special Home Improvement. Like one of the kids might have cancer, so there's a commercial. It's like,
yeah,
and it's like families coming together. It's like, oh my god, we're gonna get through this. Followed by an all new Dana Carvey show presented by Diet Mug Root Beer. It's like just fucking stupid. It wasn't really sponsored. It was just like, there's a great clip. If you can ever find it, I would love to play it here, but I feel like we'll get something blocked in Bulgaria, and that's really where the core of our listenership.
Yeah, we can't afford that. We'll never survive it.
Bulgarians. Nope. But yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a podcast about becoming friends again after
we break down another episode. 100. We break down another episode of Home Improvement. We're gonna dissect this thing until it makes sense.
Can you remember one episode of Home Improvement?
You don't remember. You don't remember episodes, like.
Yeah.
You just remember things about, like, that's the kind of the concept with a lot of 90s TV shows, is you remember the shows, and if you watch an episode, you'll remember it, but then, like, when you are done watching it, you're like, I don't remember any of the show. That's okay. I don't need to, because there was nothing of actual value. It was like the 90s family TV shows were like corporate emails of like being like, hey gang, we're all family. Like, let's get out there and make it a great day. Like, it's bullshit. Everyone knew it was bullshit, but you fed into it because you're like, hey, this bullshit kind of, I guess, makes me feel slightly better. But like, I think everyone knew it was a dumpster fire. Like, this is what you got when you didn't have internet. Ratings were through the roof because there was nothing else to do. You just watched that.
But you remember, like, I mean, I remember Seinfeld episodes. I remember Friends episodes. I remember Full House episodes. Remember when DJ was anorexic? God, that really pulled at the heartstrings.
I don't.
But, you don't? She just stopped eating. That was a big one. That was
for like 6 hours, probably.
Like that were supposed to be funny. Yeah, tackled a really timely.
I remember when Stephanie had that little. I remember that kid in Stephanie's class used to get beat up by his dad, like pushed down the stairs and shit. Yeah. I remember that one.
Mm-hmm. God, TV used to be so good. That sounds really wholesome.
We used to have good, wholesome TV about kids getting beat up by their parents. And you want to know what? I miss it. Now, if you bring it up, it has to be a joke.
Yeah. All right. Let's go. Everywhere you look, everywhere it's
there's a heart, there's a heart.
With the past still pretending. Strangely familiar like a tune we both know. Lit in the reruns from a long time ago. Levels we cleared and the battles we lost. 20 years gone, but we still count the cost.
Yeah, I don't. Most of that TV was dribble.
You know, actually, I got this week. I don't watch American Idol, but this week on American Idol, I watched.
Still on.
I was subject to an episode where it was '90s week, And every time they'd come back from commercial, they'd play a 90s theme song live.
Whoa.
And a guy singing it, I'm like, this guy sounds really good.
Oh.
And it was the guy.
Like a past contestant?
It was, no.
It
was
the
the
90s
guy
guy,
who
like
sang,
Step by Step
who
and
wrote
Family
and sang
Matters
the
and
90s theme songs. It's all one guy. He did
Full
Step by
House?
Step.
Yeah.
He did Full House. He did Family Matters. And every time they came back from a commercial, this guy singing, I'm like, that's the guy. And it was the guy. And I'm like, wow. And he still sounded really good.
I'm sad I missed that.
But
I could go watch it right now. But
as much happiness and nostalgia that felt, it instantly was undone by the contestants being given 3 90s songs that they could choose from. Each judge picked a 90s song to offer that contestant to do. And every time they show the clip of the contestant being told of the songs, the contestant's like, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Because they're all in their 20s and they didn't even fucking live. They didn't even live through that era. So they have no fucking idea any of these
Don't worry,
songs.
the base is gonna love this.
Like,
the audience is gonna
and
all the millennials that are gonna watch this are gonna love it.
And they kept track of like what judge selected the most songs that got picked by the contestant to do. And Lionel Richie ran away with it. Guy knows his 90s. Guy knew his singers and stuff. But like there were so many singers where like the artist is like, I don't know what that is. I don't know. And they American Idol it. Which if you don't know, they bastardize it. They basically take songs and do it like, I'm going to do it in this form. And a lot of them were total dog shit. Like, not the performance, but it's like, no, this is stupid. You've made this song shitty now. Yeah, so.
Like, what kind of songs are we talking here?
Like 90s rock. A lot of 90s rock. There's a good amount of Cranberries got suggested. Someone did Zombie. Someone did Zombie, which I don't think they would, like, that's risky. What's her face? Dolores, whatever her name was, from the Cranberries.
I don't remember. Yeah.
Her, like, picking Zombie, like, that's risky because you have to do, like, the yodel part of, like, eh.
Oh, it's not Richardson. It's O'Riordan.
O'Riordan.
It's more Irish than what I said.
Yeah.
I was saying Patricia Richardson, the matriarch of Home Improvement.
It all comes back to Home Improvement.
Wow, how do I know? That sucks.
That does
damn
suck.
it.
Right.
I hate that. Oh man.
The show where all 3 kids had middle names in their like it was Zachary Ty Bryan, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, and Tara Noah Smith.
GTT.
Taryn Noah Smith or Noah Taryn Smith, one of those.
He was
anyway,
like the bad boy.
One guy picked Oasis Wonderwall and sucked that one up.
Did we have a Kiss from the Rose? I could see that totally being a.
Ooh, I think it was an
Idol.
I honestly think it might have been an option. It wasn't picked though. But yeah,
it's
just
be something like vocal forward, right? You know.
Yeah, Natalie Imbruglia Torn.
Any Alanis Morissette.
I think was on there. No Alanis. Man, see, I watch it and then it's instantly gone. Like this happened 4 days ago, so the fact that I can remember any of this is pretty impressive.
Those shows aren't meant to be remembered. They're just meant to get you through the night.
Listen, I have one show that I need to watch, and but it boils down to it's Jeopardy. And as of this recording, Jamie Ding from New Jersey is currently on game 21 game win streak. He's got over $600,000 now, 609,000, something like that.
How does the world not know about this? I mean, the Jeopardy world does.
Guys,
when
guys
does
phenomenal.
when do guys like me get to know this? You know, like when does
About
it
now?
start popping
About
up
20
on these-
episodes
okay,
in.
right about now. All right. Good.
Well, that's the thing is when we all used to watch primetime television, this stuff would be plastered all over, and I think it would be a lot more in tune. It's just, I think the real world doesn't care about Jeopardy. The reality of it is, and B, well, Jeopardy's actually, Ken Jennings is pretty good on socials. So if you don't follow Ken Jennings on social media, I highly
he doesn't
suggest
like
it,
post
folks.
stuff about the show, does he?
No, he
Or I only
doesn't. Not
see
really. Not
his
really.
Stuff about
Not really.
Almost never about the show.
But
Yeah.
Ken Jennings is a delight. That man is a national treasure. But yeah, it makes me feel smart and dumb to watch guys like destroy Jeopardy. But Jamie Ding is good, and I'll tell you why he's good. He doesn't have any weird quirks that are like annoying to listen to, which is a huge thing, a huge hurdle for Jeopardy.
Especially
There's
if
so
you're gonna
many
be on there for multiple.
There's a lot of contestants that are horribly socially awkward, and a lot of them have like weird nervous tics and stuff.
That adds up. Yeah.
And some of them are unbearable. Jamie Ding is he's legit. He's legit, but
I think that's why Ken Jennings popped so well too. Like back in the day, it's like he was super smart, but he was funny too. Like,
he's
he was
capable.
like genuinely funny,
He's
not
not
tism
written funny.
You know, he was like, yeah, he was like,
interesting, not
like, it
tism
was
funny.
Yeah, no, I mean like, because there's people that are like, they know their thing, and like you can tell they're like, and not, I don't even mean it as a negative. It's like you have to have some kind of like preternatural kind of ability to know things and be experts at things that is on a certain spectrum. And I think, you know, Jeopardy is a bastion for that. But it can be difficult for people to be social that way. And you can tell like when you have these stories from people that are force fed to them, or like you can tell producers like wring stories out of them to try to tell, and they have no delivery,
brutal.
like no conception out of how to interact. But like Ken Jennings was not that way. Like,
no,
like the classic clip of like, what's the one that always goes around now in these days? Like he's very anti-capitalist for sure, that kind of thing. And you know, he's got some of those like what string him up or whatever that comment about that. And but he makes it funny. He's such a pleasure. He's a real
he makes it
guy.
He makes comments on people's like. He turns their weird stories and things into like a back and forth a little bit, but he's not insulting. Whereas Alex Trebek turned into like an insulting old man. Like, but Ken is phenomenal at his job and makes sometimes.
He has an understanding of the wickedly smart and like the people that are probably on the spectrum that know a lot. He's like, he can translate that. Like he can like, kind of interact. So it's like he's a good conduit to people. Yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of things that haven't gotten enough attention, well, what do you think? Besides Jamie Ding and his 21 game streak. So I'm using the collective we, just went around the moon and sent some people the furthest away from Earth that it's ever gone.
Yeah.
And I can't tell if it has enough coverage or not enough, because I'm going to be honest. I wasn't aware of the launch until the day of, and I was honestly just on Twitch trying to find something to watch as I did something else, and then NASA
and I found people were being
channel, launched
into space. I came across people
cool.
being launched into space.
Do you ever hear of NASA? Oh yeah, the Twitch streamer. Yeah, I know. Yeah, they're good. Like, man, their IRL content's so good. God, it's so good. They like send their streamers up into outer space. Like, no channel's doing that. Mr.
No
Beast
channels are doing that.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. But I watched it. You know, there's always an amount of fear. Like, we were live for Challenger. I didn't know it. I remember the Punky Brewster episode where they kind of focused on that. There we go. There's an episode.
Yeah, there's an episode.
Programming. Yeah, that sticks with you. And I do remember being in college. There was also a similar incident in like 2002, something like that. It wasn't like Discovery or one of those. It was. I feel like I should remember this, and I feel bad for not, but similar. Or the Columbia. I don't remember. How do you search this? Was it 2003? I don't remember.
Shuttles that failed miserably
in
my age. Like,
it was the Columbia. Okay. In 2003. So yeah, I'm not too far off. The Space Shuttle Columbia, during re-entry, that was pretty awful. I was watching that actually. It was my sophomore year. I remember the TV I was watching it on, and that disintegrated coming back into the Earth. So it's a pretty terrifying thing. It's pretty, it's incredible how we can even manage to do that. So we have this space shuttle going out to take imagery to kind of, it's really the pre-plans for seemingly building a moon base and kind of exploring it and understanding it. The pictures were incredible. Like, flat earthers are having a tough week. I mean, now you just got to say, oh, it's AI, it's fake.
Yeah,
that's the only like.
No, they have that. Yeah, they have
the.
You're not going to sell.
Don't.
You're not going to sell people on it. So, whatever.
But it's incredible, like that we're alive for this and we get to see it, and I feel like it's sort of, in my algorithm's attuned to it, so I've been paying attention. But I don't feel like it was as major news as it should have been.
I think you could go out. I think you could go out and interview 10 people. And at least one would not know that happened. 10. I think all it would
wouldn't.
take would be 10 people on the street, and you could find someone that has no idea what you're talking about. Like, hey, what do you think of Artemis 2's moon mission? What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Nobody's ever been further from the Earth than those astronauts, and they came back in a couple days ago.
And
They
no one
made it.
gives a
And
shit.
it's all scary. It's fucking scary shit. Like I just saw because they're in this tiny pod that's on top of like so much jet fuel and rocketry to like go up there that you're like, okay, any piece of that could explode at any time. And then like that's scary, but
that's
imagine
pretty
being
like
in that
we're
pod.
constantly surrounded by shit that can kill us. Like that doesn't scare me because concept wise it's like, well, that'd be like every time you hop into your car, if you have a full tank of gas, that's enough gas to explode and kill you. Well, okay. You can't explode more, Matt. You can't more explode because there's more types of
Boom
fuel and stuff.
shakalaka!
That's an explosion.
Weird sound drop for that, but okay.
I'm terrified of the. I don't think I could be in a capsule for that long. Like, gonna seem pretty tight in there. Like, how do you manage that panic attack? You know, like, just get a breath of air. Just get some air, man. Just like I can't. There's not enough. I gotta get out of here. I'm sorry. I gotta open this thing.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Guys, just
I know,
real
you guys
quick.
strap it.
Real
I'm
quick.
just gonna go, man. I can't handle this. I can't breathe, man. I just gotta go. But just their perspective too, like when you hear these interviews of these astronauts who are geniuses, but they have such a perspective that none of us will ever have again, and you know they're putting into perspective how we think of them up there and how we kind of idolize those people, what they do, and how impossible it is. But they were talking about how impossible it is that we on Earth exist. Because they get up there and they just experience this expansive nothingness. That's what they say. It's like it's just blackness. There's nothing, and then somehow there's this little planet with billions of lives on it that supports life, and that we get to be a part of that is its own kind of miracle, really. And that gets me to last week's episode with Jesus, and I just want to talk more because I really thought about this, and I think I've had a turn. I think I was right with number one. In the creation, and what these astronauts don't get is it didn't happen over time. It happened in one day, and it was made for us in our image.
Wow,
we are in
what a
his
turn!
image, and that's yeah.
You did have an interesting few days.
There was a comment on YouTube saying thanks, Matt, for making Jesus number one, which I think was a little tongue in cheek, but it came from little Sharebo action. So.
Oh boy.
Like, thanks. At least I wasn't insulting, apparently, enough. But maybe I'm doubling down here. Anyways, space, it's incredible. So do we have, I don't think we have perspective. If this was 1985, 1970, like the whole world would have been watching. And
Yeah.
just been, it would have leveled the flattened the earth, as we say, ironically, into like where everybody would have been on the same page about everything and kind of watching it. People from every country would have been like, no human being has ever been further from the earth. Like, that's incredible.
Yeah, you win. You win. You've taken the longest road trip ever in the history of man.
And made it back.
So you
Within
know
like a week.
Know what that know what that gives you? It gives you the ultimate shutdown card for people telling you stupid stories about their trips. Oh, you went to Asia? Cool. No one cares.
That is a long flight.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. How many thousands of miles? Whoa. Yeah. I left the planet. Went around that moon thing. The one out there. Yeah, that moon. I went around it. Not much going on, but I went around it. Turned back. Just came back. Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
It's rare that many of our algorithms are attuned to what really matters, I guess. That's not what algorithms are for. They're meant to get us through the day.
Dopamine
and
hits.
through the first couple hours of sleep that we should be having.
Yeah, it's not an addiction.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not.
It's not at all.
I just need 5 more minutes of scrolling about nothing to get me
more
through.
reels.
Just 5 more reels.
What I want.
Yeah,
Just
I
need
can
a few
stop.
more.
I can stop.
I need
looking.
one that I can watch 5 times in a row and maybe squirt a tear to feel something. You know, give me a puppy rescue. I'll take it. I can take it. I can do that. I'll be able to sleep. But nope. Just tractor trailers going sideways on Russian highways again.
It's always Russia.
It's my life. It's my life. Yeah.
I belong to a Reddit group called A Normal Day in Russia. And it's just about weird videos that all come from Russia. Everything. Like just weird like gunplay, weird like things about like bears interacting with humans, car accidents. Not even car accidents, car mishaps. Like they don't necessarily end in accidents, but yeah, it'll be like an ice truck going down sideways and then like righting itself and stuff like that. It's just called A Normal Day in Russia because all the weird shit. Russia is to the world what Florida is to the U.S. Like Florida man, Russia man.
I saw one the other day where there's a polar bear in the middle of like a few apartment complexes in the winter.
Okay.
And a guy shoots at it. It clearly misses or doesn't. The polar bear doesn't care and starts chasing him. And he runs and gets onto his snowmobile and just gets it off in time to like run, get away from the bear.
Phenomenal.
There's people, of course, people filming from the apartments, just watching. So yeah, just regular. This is what happens.
Yeah. It's just whatever. It's classic Tuesday.
Yeah. You're in the middle of so you just finished your fake PTO, your family venture.
Yeah.
To the Carolinas, but now you have a work venture, right?
I do.
Starting on Monday.
Yeah, fly
Are
out.
you still here on Wednesday as this episode comes out?
Am I still where?
Are you still in Cleveland?
Yes, I will be in Cleveland when this episode comes out.
Why didn't they call it the Cleve
Instead of Cleveland?
instead of the land? Yes,
Cleveville?
the Cleve. Somebody probably calls it the Cleve.
Cleveburg. Yeah, I mean, I've been to Cleveland a good amount of times, not even work related, but I've gone to a bachelor party in Cleveland. I've gone to Cleveland for baseball. Thought there was another trip I took to Cleveland, but I've been to Cleveland a handful of times for different things. Not much going on there. I'll be honest with you. It peaks as it's like Ohio's Buffalo. Is basically what I can do.
Yes.
It's Ohio. It's basically
And
Ohio's
Pennsylvania's
Buffalo.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
It's all
yeah,
the Rust Belt, there it is.
yeah. There's not much really to talk about. We're supposed to get decent weather,
next
which
to
is
a
good
lot-
because
some
Cleveland's a
water.
wild card. But it should be in like the 70s. But I'm going to be doing work stuff like day and night, so it's gonna drain my battery big time. Because Monday,
no
Tuesday,
time for
Monday, Tuesday,
for
Wednesday.
sports? Not gonna
No,
make it to
I don't
the
think there's
Jake?
I don't think there's baseball in Cleveland this week. I think they're away. But yeah, I have like work stuff I have to basically do the entire time I'm there, which isn't
Boo.
fun. Not something you expect
Ew.
from a work trip. I'll be honest with you.
Ew. Boo.
But I am trying to figure out. So I think I mentioned this before. Instead of driving to Philly airport, I have to drive to Newark
Okay.
to fly out so I can get a direct flight because I don't want anything to do with a layover, especially when it's a 2-hour flight for me to take 2.5 hour flights because of layovers and stuff.
Is there not one available, or your work just won't pay for?
My
like,
work
the
won't
direct
pay for
a
it
certain
because there's only like 3 that run Philly to Cleveland, and it's like $750, and they're like, no. For you to take a layover, it would cost $350. So you're going to do that, or you can drive, or you can go to Newark and do a direct flight. But I don't believe Progressive will pay for my fuel and tolls to Newark. Now, with gas the price it is, fuel and tolls is like
Let's get into it.
It's like $25 one way. But I think they do pay for an Uber if I were to take an Uber. So now I'm trying to figure out if I should take
They'll pay for an Uber.
correct, because then they won't have to pay like parking fees. Because they'll pay for my parking at the airport, but they won't pay for the fuel or the tolls to get to the airport. So
Sidebar: are you automatically insured when you drive for Progressive? Do you get like? No.
on a rental car, I would be on their insurance.
Yeah.
On my way to the airport, that's debatable. That's probably
That could be a landmark case in insurance history.
It's not a landmark case. It's not even remotely a landmark. I'm just forgetting.
Hard no.
So I'm wondering if I should take an Uber to the airport. Now, long distance Ubers are weird. They're very different. I've done it once. I took a long distance Uber when I went to San Francisco. I took an Uber from the airport to my buddy's apartment, which took about 25, 30 minutes. This would be a 75 to 90 minute Uber ride.
That'd be like $170 or something like that.
Let's take a look. If I were to book one right now.
When I used to do Uber, I did it for a few months in Texas before I went on the Fair City Fire Tour. And one time I was in Austin, and they didn't tell you where you were going, which was kind of interesting. And I picked somebody up, and he wanted to go to the San Antonio airport. So it was like an hour, 20-minute drive. So at that time, I think it cost him like 120, 30, and I made like $90 out of it. But then, of course, I got to drive back an hour 20.
If I were to take an Uber right now, it would cost $154, $153.94 to get to the airport.
Mm-hmm. Got a little tip on that.
But like, I feel like I should tell my work, be like, or we could save money and you can just pay for my fuel.
It's corporate. It's a corporate thing. It's like, don't even worry about it. It's not you. It's them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's not your money. That's the important part.
But yeah, so that's something I got to try to figure out. I probably should have figured this out long before today, but sometimes you just don't. I mean,
parking's like what? Probably $30 a day.
Probably, and they're gonna have to pay for 4 days of parking. So it's gonna be cheaper because you figure that's times two. So I'm taking $300 worth of Uber. So yeah, it's we'll see. Maybe I'll I think my boss would want to hear from me on a Sunday afternoon, right? About asking questions
definitely.
about whether or not something's covered.
Yeah.
I think so.
Everybody likes a work call on the day off. That's
Absolutely.
Universal.
Absolutely. I know I do. I always take calls and work on my days off.
I bet you know this. Does your hotel have a gym?
It does. My
I
hotel
feel like
does
you've
have
been
a
very
gym.
active lately.
I have been working out.
you
Worked
soak
out
it
already
out?
this.
Did you
Worked
spy
out
it?
already this morning.
I did too. Dude, today was my first proper... Cause I've been like walking a lot lately. Or I was up until a bachelor party, and then I kind of... my body felt like it was dying for a couple weeks.
Sure, there was a week.
that-
There was a week where your body literally went through a lot. Went through a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah, today I did my first like proper dumbbell push-ups, squats workout in months and months and months and months and months and months and months. So I'm already feeling it. So I did like a walk, like an hour walk.
Tomorrow's going to be even better, and actually maybe Tuesday.
Tuesday's going to be the worst. The 2 days after. So now I'm like, I can already feel my hammies and my quads and everything really. I did like a little circuit workout afterwards. Because I have some dumbbells in my apartment. I was like, let's just fucking do it, man. Summer's coming up. I got to get this body beach ready. Get to Wasco Lake, pick up some chicks, some zebra mussels, all the stuff. Get it all.
Pick up some
One day,
chicks
probably
and
some
some
other
zebra
kind of-
mussels.
yeah.
Those will hurt.
Some other kind of bacterial infection. But dude, I'm happy because I'm like, good. Get it out of the way. Today's the day. So now I just have to keep. That's the real key to keep going. Is like, I can't do this again. I can't have another day 1 to 3 of the pain.
That's
Just
what
need
it
a
is.
regular kind of, yeah.
I think it's the first full week of routine is really tough. Because like I put together a workout plan and stuff that involves all 7 days. So it's like getting through a cycle or two of those, I think, is the real challenge. And then it feels more like systematic. But I'll be honest with you, like working out on vacation felt so good. Like I felt better throughout the day because I started my days working out. Like whether it's a run or workout at the gym and
Doesn't
stuff.
add up. What?
It doesn't, right. It doesn't make sense.
What kind of pseudoscience are you trying to push on us?
Like, I think what I'm doing this time around feels a lot better than any time that I've worked out or lost weight in the past. So I'm trying to just be like, just keep doing this. Like, I make better overall decisions on food and stuff too. Meaning, okay, what do I want to do? I want to go to, on Thursday, we went to a brewery for dinner, and there was a taco truck. And so I had a beer and some nachos for my dinner on Thursday. And I liked the beer so much that I'm like, I'm going to buy a 4-pack of this beer on my way out because the beer was so delicious. And so I'm like, you know what? On previous weight loss adventures and stuff, I'd be like, you can't have that beer and you can't have those nachos and stuff. And I'm like, no, but in general, I'm eating better. So like the next day you have a salad or something like that. Or I eat a lot better for lunch and breakfast now, but it's like, and I don't drink if I don't feel like drinking and stuff. So I'm trying to do something that's more sustainable.
You have to force it down.
Sustainable balance, meaning like I'm trying not to prevent myself from enjoying anything, just trying to be better about moderation and stuff like that. So, but the working out stuff is becoming really, really good.
Yeah, I needed to like a lot, especially like when I was getting my walking up to like 90-minute walks. Like I could notice a difference in energy and just feeling better. I felt like I had a hop in my step. I was more fleet of foot, that kind of thing. It was all kind of prepping to try to get back to running again. So I think that's where I want to get back to. But also, like, I haven't done weight training in so long. And you know what? I'm still paying for a $10 a month Planet Fitness membership that I refuse to give up because I'm grandfathered in. I can't leave and come back.
$10 a month?
That's, yeah.
Wow, they don't even do that
back,
anymore.
No, they don't. And they shouldn't. I mean, they should because they're just getting free money from me. But I'm going to get back. I got to get back to I think 5 a.m. is going to be Matt Jones' time at the Planet Fitness. Me and all the old guys.
That is early.
A lot of old sacks in the locker room. Get to see them, be around them.
You're going to be like, who is this guy? He's going to
my shoes.
I picture an old man.
Grab my shoes. They're just under.
I picture an old man being like, "Hey, Matt," and you're like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Have we met?" And then he drops trow, and you see his nuts, and you go, "Oh, Jerry. Oh, yes. Richard. Hey, Carl.
Yes.
Good
to see you,
Carl. Good to see you." What was I gonna say? So my current wake up is like 5:40. Right now, I can get to the gym, do my workout, get back, shower, and be ready for work and stuff. But yeah, you don't have much of a commute, but your commute adds something. Certainly.
I figure if you get up at 5, I probably wouldn't get to the gym till like 5:30.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'd want to go to like 6:30, 7, something like that, depending if I wanted to do like, because like when I got into it for a while, I was doing like an hour on the elliptical and then like another 30-minute like weight thing.
That's a lot.
I was like really in shape.
That's a lot.
I was in great shape. And I gave it all up.
I gave it all up for a special pizza. I don't know what made me give it up, but I gave it all up for something else.
Well, it's also when I worked, my job was like I worked like the 1:30 to 10 shift as like the evening operations manager. So it was like, you could just go to the gym at 10, like. It'd be great, I'd have all the time in the world, and then like
because you made it, you made it your life because you worked an awkward shift, and you're like, I guess this is just what I'll do before work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to do something. But then obviously come home at night, 10:30, nobody's awake either, so it's not like I'm getting into trouble. Like
no, so it's just like I guess I'll play some games, hang out, I'll go to sleep, wake back up, do it all again. So you definitely don't have a social life when you do it that way.
Yeah.
But no, the hardest part for me is going to be maintaining this as I continue to do stuff and as I continue to stay active during the summer. The summer and fall are never times I've been successful of eating well and working out. Never, ever.
Because like events and stuff going on.
It just falls off by then, and I never get back into it. So like, you want to see Jeff at his worst, like. October, November, I'm usually at my worst. It's a guarantee. So like April,
I do want to see
if I get into May.
Hey Jeff.
When I get into May, I keep saying when I get into May, I'm already in pretty uncharted territories. My January through March is usually pretty solid. So the hope is, and the plan is, to not let it fall off, but I don't feel the pressures or anything like that. I'm even being better about weighing myself and being okay with the scale not doing what I think it should at certain times. So it's just like, just keep fucking doing it. So
That's accountability.
it's something, man. But
It's also more of way of life versus like you're not like trying to like do something, I guess is what I would.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're just.
And
I believe in you, Peter.
It's working out and stuff is very different for everyone, and I think we forget about that a lot. I think people want to help generally, but fitness, I don't want to call it a fitness journey because I hate that term, but like fitness in general and like health stuff is very different for everyone, what everyone's been through and how it's going to work for everyone. And so you just kind of got to always be like, I'm doing way better than I have in the past. I'm doing better things than I have in the past. Even if the weight doesn't show or anything, I'm doing way better things than I have in the past. Yes. I don't smoke. I don't, I'm not eating absurd quantities of food. I am working out. Even if I didn't think my workout was as great as it could have been, it's way better than not working out and being a fat slob. I am at a position where I have seen the scale more than 100 pounds than what I'm currently seeing on the scale. And I have to try to tell myself that, like, you have been in a way worse position in life. You have been that adult. So, like, that's stuff that I try to tell myself.
I cannot talk about it without pride.
Yeah. That's the stuff I have to tell myself, or else I'll get sad about what I'm not currently doing or where I'm not currently at.
Yeah, dude, it's so funny because like when I was a couple years ago and like probably the best shape of my life, just like being able to run like strong, like I would still like look at pictures of myself. Now I look back at them now, I'm like, holy shit, I was like thin, I was like strong, I was like chest.
You can appreciate it now more than what you
like,
could when it was when it was happening.
In that moment, I was like, God, I still have a little pump, I still have a little belly. I can, because you like it's such like body dysmorphic kind of shit that you put yourself through.
Oh yeah.
No matter what. I was like, I didn't appreciate it at the time. And now I'm glad. Now in a way, I'm kind of glad I like went away from it, because now I get back to it. It's like I feel like I have a better sense of like where I was at the time, because I was like killing myself in the gym. I mean, that's why I basically burned myself out over the course of a year, because I was just going too hard, too much. Like, and I felt great like physically, but it was like such a toll on me mentally. Because if I didn't like do something for a day, I just killed myself. Like if I didn't have a workout, like I made myself feel so shitty about myself, even though I was like I could have stood to take a rest day, you know? And I was like, shit, I'm gonna be fat as fuck tomorrow. Like I fucking hate myself. Like I'm like going the opposite direction.
Oh yeah,
like, that's
you're
not
like,
a healthy way to.
You're like, this is way
either.
healthier. What are you doing, Matt? Why are you crying? I'm being healthy.
Yeah, just like it's like I gotta go. I gotta push it. Well, if I ran 3 miles last time, I got to go like 3.1 or 3.2. Well, if I'm only doing 3, then I also have to work out. I have to do something else. I have to like burn 1,200 calories. Otherwise, it's a wasted day.
That's why I stopped. That's kind of a reason why I stopped running 5Ks, is because the time and stuff was starting to fuck with me. Because if I'd be like, I didn't run a good 5K today. That's fucking stupid. Like, oh, my time wasn't great. What the fuck? Like, hey, fatty, you just ran a 5K. Like, fucking be content with that. So, like, I had to get out of those because they just weren't, they left themselves open to be too negative if I didn't perform great. Now, if I performed well, did I feel good about it? Sure. But I definitely finished 5Ks where I paid someone to time me to make me feel bad about the time I got. That doesn't work for my brain. Like, so I stopped doing organized 5Ks. I still would tell people, and this is an open invite.
Underground for like
What's
pink
that?
slips.
Pink slips.
Do underground now for pink slips. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, not organized. I do. What the hell do they call it? Unsanctioned 5Ks, like a wrestling match. Yeah. So, I would still tell people, like, if you're trying to do couch to 5K and stuff, absolutely, I think that's a great idea. I think everyone, if you can complete a 5K, I think that says a lot about just what you're trying to do. And I would absolutely join anyone if they wanted to do a 5K for the first time in their life. I will always be happy to travel to you to join you in that 5K. So this is an open challenge to anyone who wants to run their first 5K. If you tell me that you want to do that, I will also do that 5K with you. But you have to see if it's something that you want to do. And people would always ask me like, oh, what are you trying to go for? Are you trying to get to like a 10K or a half marathon? And I go, fuck no. Nope. Zero plans of that. Thanks for asking. But it's good to do that because it's kind of a neat goal that you can say you did. And it's not to tell other people that you did. It's just feels good to know that you did it. And generally races like that are really positive places to be. People generally are in good moods. You don't feel intimidated. There's gonna always be people like, slowing it along, doing their first 5Ks and stuff. So like, I will say that the environment for those places are great and they are supportive by a bunch of strangers just like clapping you on and stuff.
Too.
Yeah.
It's usually like beer at the end or something. It's like just meant to be.
My first 5K was my first 5K was a superhero themed 5K and it had free beer at the end. I'm like, this is the exact 5K I needed. But yeah, I just I don't feel the need to do them anymore. The organized ones, they don't make me feel good. And I try not to I'll pace myself if I run. I don't run a lot anymore. I've gone more to incline treadmill. So walking, more strenuous walking, and I'd like to do more
just like when I first did that, after I was already running, and busting my ass with that. When I first started doing inclining walking after that, I was like, holy shit, why is this so much of a workout? I didn't realize
absolutely, dude. And if you're looking at calorie burns, you're burning way more by just doing like a 5% incline grade at 3.5 miles an hour rather than running 5.5 on zero. Like it's incredible how much it can do for you. But when I run now, if I run, I'm not trying to think about time. I'll set my pace because I'm curious, but it's really, I've made myself realize that it's not about running a good time. I'm not trying to be fast. I'm not trying to achieve any sort of speed goal. I'm finally starting to wipe that from my memory of just being like, no, just go out and do the thing and feel good about doing it. And if you can go a little bit further, go a little bit further. I do that a lot when I'm walking or running. I'll be like, I'm going to walk up to that traffic light and then I'm going to turn around and I'm like, no, I still feel good. I have nothing going on today. I'm going to keep walking and I'll turn around when I'm ready to turn around. So that's good mentality to have.
I've never been a runner in my life. And when I was in this phase a couple of years, I would do I'd basically do a 3.2, whatever, or basically a 5K, but my mile, minutes per mile was the best of my life. It was 8:10 or something a mile, which I had never gotten to before. But then I would finish the 5K and I'd be like, shit, I've only been running for 25 minutes. I haven't even run for half an hour, you lazy piece of shit. That's the kind of stuff that would be in my head. But you didn't even exercise for 30 minutes today, you losers.
See, and that's so
that's
fucked.
The kind of thing
that's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Right.
I got the fastest I've ever been in my life, in terms of this kind
and
of
you
thing.
literally couldn't even feel good about it.
I know. Yeah.
Because you didn't work out long enough.
Yeah.
So
I gotta go do something else.
My fastest 5K I think was recorded time was 20 low 28s. And it felt great to do. But right, I get what you're saying. That feeling would crawl up and you're like, could have been better. And you're like, come on, man. Yeah. Fuck.
Should have went another mile. That's what started happening. And then I started doing 4 and 5 miles, and then that's
I ran 10K once. I ran 10K one time in my life. So I can say that I did run 10K. I didn't run an organized 10K, but I did run 10 kilometers once in my life. And it was a trek. It was a lot. It took me about an hour and 6 minutes, I think, to hour and 7 minutes. Didn't like it. Didn't like it. Wouldn't sign up to do it again.
Yeah. I would love to solo the Great Race in Auburn. So that's the run, bike, and the paddle.
Solo.
We got the kayak. I mean, I know I can get myself to. Well, I hope so. Get myself back to running. I've never been much of a cyclist, though. I mean, actually,
You're like,
shouldn't-
I have the kayak. Like that was the big hump to overcome. You're like, and I have a kayak, so it only makes sense.
Well, I've done the. I mean, I can kayak 2 miles for sure. Like I've done that. I know that.
Was it 1 mile for a kayak?
I think it's 2.
Is it 2?
Is it 1?
I don't know.
think
I'm
it's-
literally pulling numbers out of
in
my
my mind.
ass. I have
It's
no
2.
idea.
But I think I could manage it. But I mean, it would be I mean, to do it solo in your 40s, like I mean, fuck, it'd be a. I mean, yeah, it would be. It'd be
But
difficult. Plus the
it
bike-
should
I haven't
just
biked
be
in so
about
long.
completing it. Yeah, like you have to go
Yeah.
in telling yourself, I'm just here to participate and finish each leg of this race. Like you can't. As soon as you put even goals for times on it, I feel like that's a risky area to go into.
It would be because I don't have a bicycle right now, so I'd have to like, get one. I don't have like, I biked a lot.
He shows up on a dyno,
for a long time.
on a dyno trick bike that we used to have like growing up.
A BMX, yeah.
Yeah, you're like,
Got
don't worry, I'll
pegs.
spin my handlebars. That'll
Show
help
up.
me go faster.
Hey, where do you guys get your pegs?
Yeah.
Where's the grinding section? Yeah. But yeah, it would be about finishing it. But I mean, that would be So it's. I mean, that is my goal.
Well, go down to Nolan
I wouldn't
Sports.
consider it a fail.
Go down to Nolan Sporting Goods and see what they can hook you up with. Oh, that's been gone for 10 years, 20 years. I don't know how long it's been gone, but
Now it's called Nolan's Apartments. They still keep the name. That's the weird thing about Auburn. They keep the name of the old shit, but it's not the old shit anymore. Just
Oh, weird.
A little bit of nostalgia. Yeah. So you can rent yourself an apartment at Nolan's shoe store for $1,700 a month if you like.
yeah. Wow.
That's the going
Great
rate.
deals. Great deals.
Did we have a thing we were gonna do?
We did. Did you do it? I'm guessing you didn't. If that's the question.
See if
you're
I
leading
got
with.
the wrong. I was like, did I do the right thing?
You were supposed to get defunct sports. I was supposed to get defunct sporting team names.
Fuck, I got the wrong one.
Nice.
I did
Very
sports
good.
teams.
Okay.
Well, we could go through and do sports teams this week. That's what I got.
I
bet
guess
we won't have the same ones.
I guess that's what we're gonna have to do. Now, did you build a specific thing? So I'll tell you what I did. I got your game is I'm going to go through 10 sporting names, and you're going to tell me if they are a professional football team or a professional baseball team. So I gave you a 50-50 flip.
Okay.
And I have 10 items, and you're going to just tell me if they're football or baseball.
Football or baseball? Okay, so I have some others. I have hockey and basketball teams that we could go through, and baseball and football. So we could.
Okay. I'll go through mine, and we'll see where you're at, because you have a little bit more
I will not.
range.
Some of my lists I just kind of picked like bulk lists, so I was going to
Okay.
pick from them depending on. So I will
Now,
not look at my list.
I'm going to preface this because when it's a 50-50 coin toss thing, I'm like, how can I make this objective in the most natural sense? Because I'm a person who takes pride in the game concept. So I put all of these in alphabetical order so that there could be no tendency developed by me. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So it is truly a
Yeah,
50-50.
you don't want to act like okay. All
Right. That is truly a 50-50. If you try patterning, Matt,
There
that's
won't
on
be a
you.
pattern.
All right.
Okay. So baseball.
My
or
own
football.
catch was, yes, this is professional football or baseball, and they had to be around for more than 1 year.
Okay.
That's just for the fans. just for the fans.
What a catch.
Folks, there's professional teams
twist
like in the
is-
Depression era that were around for a weekend, and they technically were
Until
registered.
influenza or the war.
Yeah.
There's a lot of teams that didn't make it
Right,
past
yeah.
the war.
All right, our first. Is this a football or baseball team? The Baltimore Terrapins.
So Maryland, the state bird is the terrapin, obviously. Turtle.
It's not the
wings.
Oriole?
This should be so easy, but it's so hard. Like I can't connect it to anything. I
Baltimore
don't-
Terrapins.
Well, I'm assuming. Well, it's tough because I know, like, I'm assuming the Orioles were baseball, but like, you get into the 1800s or some shit, or like, you never know. Or there's some cities that had multiple baseball clubs.
A lot of cities had multiple baseball clubs, especially back in the day, because
I
it'd
want
be
to
like
go football.
Baltimore Terrapins were a baseball team from 1914 to 1915.
Okay.
All
You're
right.
It was more than a year.
All right. The Boston Yanks. Now to sports fans, that's frustrating to hear. That just sounds annoying.
I know there was the Boston Braves. It's weird because then even
true.
like New York had teams that moved to other spots. I guess
Yes,
it
they
gets
did.
confusing.
Fun fact about the Boston Braves is the Braves are the only organization that played in 3 different cities and won a championship in each of those cities.
That was fun.
And it's a fact.
Is this so? Boston, Atlanta. What was the other one?
Milwaukee.
Buffalo. Oh, Milwaukee. Milwaukee. I will say football.
Ding! The Boston Yanks were a football club from 1943 to 1948, probably subjected to losing some players during World War II. Bold move to start a football team in 1943. I feel like there were other things the nation was focused on, but not these guys.
All of our tough guys are gone. Let's get all these
Ninny muggins.
cultural Yanks.
All right.
All these tea and
You're
crumpets.
1-1. 1-1. Batting 500. All right. The Cleveland Spiders.
God, I feel like I've heard that before. It might have been like an IHL team or something too. Like some of these names also go through different sports. I feel like.
Sure, we still see that today. You know, you still got like Cardinals and Rangers and Kings, Jets.
I gotta think. Well, the Indians / Guardians have been around forever. So I'm gonna say football.
Incorrect. The Cleveland Spiders was a National League team from 1887 to 1899. In fact, many people in the Cleveland area, when the Cleveland Indians were announcing that they were being renamed, a lot of fan input wanted them to go back to being the Cleveland Spiders. A lot of people showed support for the Spiders.
That's where I heard that.
Probably. But you, in true fashion, you heard it and ignored it and went against it.
It was gone.
So,
Yes.
next we have your favorite Columbus Panhandles. Now, I don't know if these are beggars or just the handle of a pan, but either way, bold choice for a name. The Columbus
I'm gonna go.
Panhandles.
Columbus is football country. Football.
It is a football club from 1920 to 1926. Yes.
The Panhandle.
All right.
Because
Still-
it's Columbus is in the Panhandle of Ohio.
I don't think that's a panhandle. I don't think that works like that. That doesn't have a panhandle. All right. The Hammond Pros.
I don't even know where Hammond is.
Hammond
Pros.
Pros. So I love it is Hammond, Indiana, and I love the
Is it
fact
really?
I love the fact that their name was the Pros. Like, we have to let people know we are not amateurs and we are paying these guys. So what is our team name going to be? We're going to be the Professionals. No, that sounds too professional. What about the Pros? I like it. So the Hammond Pros.
I'm going to say baseball with All-Star Whitey Spencer from 1875 or something like that. I don't know.
Is that your answer?
Yeah.
No, it is a football team. From 1920 to 1926, the Hammond Pros were sweeping Indiana. All right? That was when Hammond, Indiana was peaking, I assume.
Yep. Nobody touched their textiles.
100 years later, I think we should bring back the Hammond Pros. Let's go to the Louisville Colonels. Or the Colonels.
Really not giving me anything on this
The
one.
Louisville Colonels. Now, okay,
right,
think about it. Colonels.
Yeah.
Army, popcorn. What other things? Okay, where can
Popcorn,
that take you?
Cracker Jacks. Baseball. I'm going baseball.
It is a football team. You are wrong again. The Colonels, almost as long as the Hammond Pros. They came out the year following, but also collapsed in 1926. And for those keeping track at home, that's 3 clubs that collapsed in 1926. So I don't know. I feel like the Depression had something to do with it.
Times were getting tighter.
Yes.
Yes.
Not a good year for professional sports.
Owning a baseball team was a luxury.
Right. Now, let's go into a slightly more interesting team name. You had mentioned about teams going across different types of sports. We're staying in Indiana because Indiana gave us more than just Hammond. We're going to the Muncie Flyers.
Ooh, Muncie.
Muncie Flyers.
Dude, that'd be a good minor league hockey team.
It would be a good minor league hockey team.
Flyers. I'm going to go football.
It is a football team. It is a football team. The Muncie Flyers. Again, 1920, but this one collapsed in 1921, probably to make way for the Louisville Colonels. So, yep, Muncie Flyers. So, to recap, you are currently 3 correct, 4 incorrect, with 3 left to go. All right.
I'm due to be 5-5.
Now, you're going to have to focus on this one. Next up, we have the New York Black Yankees.
Oh boy. oh no. Oh God. I don't know what the right answer is for this one. I'm gonna go with baseball.
It is a baseball club, yes.
Yes, let's go.
So the New York Black Yankees were in 1936 to 1948. They were one of the many stops for a very famous pitcher, Mr. Satchel Paige. But I want to bring to highlight someone else in my adventures learning about the New York Black Yankees, and that is Mr. Ted Double Duty Radcliffe. Now, Ted Radcliffe passed away in 2004 at the age of 103. And he played for the New York Black Yankees. So Ted Double Duty Radcliffe. And you're like, Jeff, Double Duty is a very particular name. Well, I'll tell you why he's named Double Duty.
I just took an upper decker.
In 1932, there was a doubleheader that the Black Yankees played. And he caught Satchel Paige in the first game. Satchel Paige pitched a complete game shutout, and Ted Double Duty Radcliffe caught the first game. And then in the second game of the doubleheader, Ted Radcliffe pitched a complete shutout game. Whoa. Thus, the name Double Duty came to life because he caught a shutout game and then turned around and pitched 9 innings in a shutout game himself later that day because baseball was just complete chaos and everyone was doing everything, baby.
So were the Black Yankees a Negro League team?
Yes, they were.
Then?
Yes.
That makes sense. Okay. Because the Black Sox,
You catch on really quick,
white
Matt.
Guys on that team.
You catch
They had a lot of
on
white
really
guys
quick.
on that team.
All right.
Very smart.
Matt's batting 500. We're 4-4 with 2 left to go.
That's what you'd expect.
Can he get above 500? All right. The St. Louis Terriers.
Football.
No, they are a baseball club. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The St. Louis Terriers
Rally.
folded in 1915. Again, I think it's great that someone took like a dog name, a dog breed, and just said, we'll just do this. I don't know if they were infringing. I'm guessing in St. Louis in the early 1900s.
The merch.
St. Louis and Cleveland and New York are like those cities where it's like in 1914, I'm guessing like there was 6 ball clubs in that city. So the Terriers unfortunately did not make the cut. And then arguably my favorite team name I found. Our last one. The Worcester Worcesters.
Worcester. The Worcesters.
The Worcester Worcesters. The most like Massachusetts thing you could ever be is the Worcester Worcesters. They were not too creative in Worcester. They did not. I don't know if like they had a deadline and someone forgot to name the team and they're like, we got to put something down. And they're like, we're from Worcester. We're the Worcester Worcesters.
Sounds like a big dumb name. We're some big dumb guys. I'm gonna go football.
It is a baseball name. Ooh.
No, no.
1880 to 1882, the Worcester Worcesters were alive and well. Unfortunately, did not make it. They've been defunct for about 144 years. So, Matt went 4 for 6. Really shit the bed down the stretch. It's you hate to see it. Oh boy.
Shit.
I don't know
Well,
if mine is going to be
I'm gonna go
gamified
between
like
multiple
this.
sports.
Huh?
I'm gonna go through multiple sports.
Okay.
If you already know the name, I have more than 10. So if you already know it,
Okay.
just let me know, or just take it. Just cheat.
Sure.
And have yourself a day.
There you go.
So these can come from the world of hockey, basketball, football, and baseball.
Okay. I'm gonna try to not think about it too much.
Okay, I like it. Let's start out with the Providence Steamrollers.
The Steamrollers. So this is Big Four, you said? Any of the Big Four?
Yeah.
Providence Steamrollers, that's got to be a football team. Steamrolling, right? Let's
From
go.
1925 to 1931.
Good
also
start.
winner of an NFL championship.
Wow. Did not know. Wow. I wish Dumb and Dumber addressed it. Anything about Providence I wish was part of Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah. Here's a fun one. The Colorado Rockies.
What? So it's a now defunct team. So I'm going to say that writes out baseball. So I got to say football.
From the Colorado Rockies from 1976 to 1982 were the home of Colorado's only NHL team.
Wow. I did not know that. That makes me really upset about the baseball team being so goddamn lazy that they just called them the Rockies.
And their
That was like
jerseys
12
were so fucking awesome.
Really?
They are they eventually moved to become the New Jersey Devils.
Oh, okay.
But these and so you know how like hockey team, like the Hurricanes will still wear like Whalers jerseys sometimes.
Sure.
Or like the Colorado Avalanche, former Quebec Nordique, will wear like the
those were on
Quebec
display
Nordique jerseys
very recently.
Like it's a very simple jersey based around the Colorado flag, but I think it's a fucking fine ass jersey. If you want to take a look at these, look at that old time hockey right there.
Oh, you know what? I think the Nuggets, the Denver Nuggets, I think have like an alternate that's somewhat like that.
Yeah.
That
That's
is a very
70s ass goalie right there.
That's a cool. I like that.
Dude.
I like that.
Like Lanny McDonald played for the Colorado Rockies before he won the cup with Calgary Flames. He had the mustache. That's pretty fun. I don't even know how much eBay. How much do you think a vintage?
Ooh,
I guess we'll find out. A
$6
vintage,
billion, at least.
$216.
Okay.
Vintage.
2
That
minutes,
seems
well
like a
worth
steal, honestly. That seems like a steal. All right. Yeah. The Colorado. And before that, bonus points if you can name the city where the Colorado Rockies played before. So they played for 3 seasons before they were in Colorado. The late 60s to 70s was kind of the Wild West of the NHL. Some teams were kind of coming in, joining from other leagues. Some of them existed, some of them didn't.
Okay, can you tell me, can you give me some bearing? There's a lot of cities in the country.
Midwest.
Well, then I would say Kansas City. Wow!
Kansas City Scouts. Yes.
That makes no sense that I was able to guess
City
that.
Scouts.
Really
No,
excited.
I can't believe that. Yeah, they had an interesting jersey too. I would show it, but it seems a little racist, so I'll not do that.
So you can Google that on your own, folks.
All right. Let's go with the Frankfurt Yellow Jackets.
Ooh.
The Frankfurt Yellow Jackets.
Yellow Jackets. Mm. I think I'm going to go football again. Nice.
Frankfurt, Philadelphia. Is that like a suburb of Philly? Frankfurt?
Oh, I don't know. It might be a town.
From
like
1924 to 1931. Frankfurt Yellow Jackets. Also the winner of an NFL championship.
See?
Wow, look at that. How about...
Starting now.
The Indianapolis Hoosiers.
Ooh, that one I feel like I saw. That was I believe that's a baseball team.
They are a baseball team.
I did see that one.
They were in the same league as the Baltimore Terrapins. I'm now seeing. I should have.
I'm now seeing that they were heated rivals with the Terrapins.
Well, it looks like all the baseball teams I have picked are from the defunct Federal League. Do you know of the Federal League? Okay. Probably have to skip the rest of those.
Probably.
Include teams like the Hoosiers, the Kansas City Packers.
Gotta. I don't know what they packed. Probably not cheese.
The Buffalo Blues.
Mm-hmm.
The Chicago Whales. Oh, the St. Louis Terriers. I really didn't review this.
No.
Well,
That's what makes it that much better.
I could have cheated. I just... Alrighty. All right. Here's one for you. The Batavia Trojans.
Batavia, okay. Interesting. Didn't think Batavia would ever have the swag to pull a professional team of any sort. But I guess, see, time-wise, I feel like I want to go football because I feel like football, I don't think baseball would have made its way to Batavia. Batavia's not big enough of a place, but I feel like football could have hosted it. But we still haven't done, this is where, like, maybe hockey? I got to go with my guy. I got to go football. Damn it.
This one was sort of cheaty, but it is baseball.
Okay.
I didn't know if you'd remember the history of the New York Penn League.
So this is like...
The same as the Astros, the Auburn Astros?
Yeah. Well,
they didn't make it to the double days, but
they were the Batavia Muck Dogs or something? No. What the hell was Batavia?
Yeah, probably. You got me.
I can't remember, but there's
I love a Batavia team.
There's the city. No, college something. College.
Let us
Iron
know in the
Spikes.
comments if you're from Batavia.
Yes.
Like, I love the team like they're like the Utica. Utica had like the AHL had an AHL team, the Devils. Binghamton had the Binghamton Rangers. Like now the AHL spread across the country in like these big cities, but New York, upstate New York had its own. Had the Albany River Rats. Just upstate New York was a bastion for semi-pro sports for a long time.
Yeah.
Just you get on the 90, get on the throughway. It's easy to get a bus on there.
Yeah, you can hit
wherever's pretty close.
You can
to the
hit like
thruway.
4 different AHL teams in the strip of like 120 miles.
Yeah. How about the... Wait, did I? How about the Providence Steamrollers?
You literally already did that. You started it. You started the game with that.
I sure did.
What the fuck? Hockey.
It is basketball. And
so they
NBA,
went basketball
1946
and football.
to 1949. Yeah, 20 years later, just took the name. See, there's a pattern here of teams taking. I mean, do you like that? The idea of like a team taking a previous
Absolutely
home team's
not.
name? Do you think they try to? Yeah,
Absolutely not.
So
I think that's
know
a
you didn't
pile of shit.
You're not high on the Rockies, huh? Using that?
Like, yeah, I don't. I'm not a fan of that. I think that's really lame. What I would have loved to see though is I would have loved better planning back in the days when all these teams were getting solidified. And I really wish every city did the Pittsburgh thing, and I wish every city had a color scheme in professional sports.
Yeah.
Really would like to see that.
Well, that's why the Penguins originally, when they launched as a team, wore like the powder blue. And they've used it as like a retro jersey here and there, or like Winter Classics. But they, like a few years later, weren't catching on, so they went to the black and yellow kind of color scheme.
Just to try to get support.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
You know, it's most like Boston's like the most fucked because they don't have any kind of like. I mean, I guess because not even the Pats blue and reds are the same. They're different. And you've got green and then black and yellow. They don't give a fuck. I think even so, the Sabres. I wonder why they never went. So they were blue and yellow. I wonder why they never went blue and red. And when they went with the red, they went red and black. They could have really locked into the Bills thing, or even have like a third jersey of it. Do any other cities do the?
There's no mutual color scheme
thing.
No. Nowhere. Like it's not even kind of sorta. DC, Reds with blues and white, because they kind of all gravitate around red, white, and blue.
You could say the New York teams that win or have won have like a color scheme, like the Rangers,
I guess
the
blue and
the Giants,
orange,
the Yankees,
blues,
and then you've got your Knicks and your Islanders, and then the Jets.
Knicks and Islanders look a lot. Syracuse wiggles into that.
Mm-hmm. All right. How about the California Golden Seals?
Ooh, the old Golden Seals. I'm assuming they played out of San Francisco. I gotta say, the California Golden Seals were clearly a football team.
From 1967 to 1976,
Basketball?
California Golden Seals came out in the big expansion year. 67 was a big expansion year for the NHL.
Wow.
I think it went from like six, or what was it? It went from like 6 to 12. I think that was the first year that they went from the original 6, I believe. So yeah, they played out of San Francisco, Oakland. Had some of the coolest jerseys, and that's when you had to name a team. I think they started as Oakland, but became California because they wanted to like get a bigger piece of the market. Kind of like how the Devils are New Jersey Devils, like New England Patriots.
I mean, it doesn't work for New Jersey Devils, but I get the theory. Because South Jersey
I guess Jersey's small enough.
Because literally south of Trenton,
they're all Flyers.
South of Trenton is all Philadelphia territory for sports.
Mm-hmm. But in so we don't know the original 6 of the NHL. But then in 67 they added the Los Angeles Kings, the Minnesota North Stars, the Oakland/California Seals, Philadelphia Flyers, Pittsburgh Penguins, and St. Louis Blues were added to the NHL. Became a 12.
Some call that the original 12 or the second 6. That's what it should be called. Second 6. That's good. That's alliteration. Sports loves alliteration.
The Seals in 1976 moved to Cleveland. Cleveland had itself a NHL team. From
and as we know, that clearly didn't work.
Can you guess the name of their team?
Is it a previously existing team? Do I know that team name from any other sport?
No, you wouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah,
is it Cleveland theory? Like, is it Clevelandish?
I don't gather.
Okay, well then, no, I can't guess.
Toss a word out there.
So say a word, Jeff. Say a noun. The Thunder. It's the Thunder.
Cleveland Barons.
What are we doing here?
The Barons.
Wow.
Barons of Steel. I don't know what that means, but they became defunct in 1978 and merged with the then Minnesota North Stars.
Oh, okay.
Who years later in the early 90s became their own defunct team and moved to what city?
Dallas, naturally.
Of course, yes. And now there's a very successful team in Minnesota. It's always bizarre. One of my favorite so Atlanta has had like multiple hockey teams, NHL teams. Now they're talking about bringing them back again.
Just determined to make it work, huh?
It hasn't worked twice. Do you know either of the Atlanta NHL team names?
The Thrashers.
One was like
the Thrashers was definitely
that was the. Yep. Do you know where they moved?
Ooh, see, this is tough because a lot of the moving of hockey teams happened within like the decade before I became a fan. So I'm still hazy on it. So
it was like 2011.
Atlanta,
it might have been the year you started watching. Was their last year?
Atlanta moved to. Hold on, I got to piece together.
I'll give you a hint. Both times, the original. So from 72 to 80, Atlanta was called the Atlanta Flames. You can probably
okay.
If you know anything about hockey, you might be able to guess where
they went
moved.
to Calgary.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
And
so
the other Atlanta team.
Atlanta. So I'm trying to think. Yeah, who's it's. We're not far enough. We're not recent enough that it's like Utah and it's not Vegas. It's okay. So what's kind of ooh yeah. I'm gonna go with this. I believe they went back to in the world of Chris Jericho. They went to Winnipeg. You idiot! Did they go to the Winnipeg Jets? Yeah,
The Winnipeg Jets. So Winnipeg got its team back after they
right. But Winnipeg moved to
what a
where?
fucking soap opera. Yeah.
Where did Winnipeg
in the
move
90s?
to?
Winnipeg moved to Arizona.
Became the
Became
Coyotes.
the Arizona or the Phoenix Coyotes.
The
and then
Phoenix
turned to
Coyotes,
Arizona
which then
Coyotes.
became the Arizona Coyotes because they
Gotta
saw
get
how
that
well it
market
worked
share.
for the Seals, for the Golden Seals.
And they and it's kind of a sad story because people of Arizona love their hockey, and they just had like kind of one of the shittiest owners ever, and that's why they are now in Utah, the Utah Mammoth. So Atlanta,
Where was it? Scottsdale?
Or no, Winnipeg. It was around there, but like this apparently like the ownership wasn't paying like hotel bills for players, shit like that. Like
It was that bad.
He was like that kind of
because
owner,
was that one of the ones where the NHL had to come in and actually manage the team for a while? Was that one of those situations?
They kind of took it over, yeah. And they gave like Arizona a chance to like build a new arena or something like that, and they couldn't get it figured out.
Yeah,
Utah kind of swept in. Hockey's just, they're all over the place with
but
these teams.
Folks, just to because we're already on so many tangents and we're well over. Anyone who's still hanging around, good for you.
Yeah.
But Utah has shown they deserve a hockey team because we saw the debut of the Zammoth. The greatest
Zammoth.
Google the Utah
the
Zammoth.
Zamboni? Is that the Zamboni thing?
Yes.
Oh,
It is a Zamboni that looks like a woolly mammoth, and it's the greatest thing I've ever seen. More hockey teams need to get their act together and create things of their Zambonis because this thing looks majestic.
It's like if a Cybertruck wanted to be cool.
It's so awesome. I would kill to like if they were like, do you want to ride the Zammoth during like in the intermission? I'd be like, absolutely. Look at that. Look at that thing.
Cool.
It's blue. It's blocky like a Cybertruck. It's
like
got
the
tusks.
Smoke. Yeah.
Right. It is a whole vibe. But man, how could you not get pumped up seeing that bad boy come onto the ice?
That's good shit. And they are on the verge of getting a play. I mean, at this point, we're
locked in.
The East is locked in. Yep. Bruins have a chance of still playing in Buffalo. That'll be decided in the next couple games. 2 more games. Playoff seeding is still to be determined. I think we're tied, us and the Senators, for the 2 wild cards. So whoever wins that out will be playing in Buffalo probably next week.
Yeah.
So there's still a chance.
Right now, Philadelphia came kind of out of nowhere.
They can get
the third in the Metro. So kind of that whole vibe of like teams that are going to squeak in the playoffs that probably are questionable to deserve to be in there. They have a potential to being that team. They have a 1-point lead, I believe, on like Capitals and Islanders, maybe
Columbus or Islanders. Yeah. Islanders.
So we'll see, but yeah, it's pretty interesting. I'm excited. Just following everything like more. I've never been this pumped up about April hockey literally in my entire life. I got my jerseys. They came in time for playoffs while I was gone. My jerseys came in, so I'm super pumped about that. So I'm ready. I'm ready for some legit hockey to come into play. And it looks like hockey's going to start, if I'm not mistaken. I believe I read it starts on Saturday, which is also WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So I'm really torn if WrestleMania and hockey are going to both be on, because I'm going to have double TV action.
No, yeah. I mean, if the I work Saturday during the day too, so if the Bees have like a day game, I'm gonna have to record it, avoid all kinds of contact,
Ooh.
then watch that, then watch I don't know, or I watch WrestleMania in the morning. I don't know, it's hard.
It's
hard.
very, very hard.
You guys, sports are so hard. It's so hard to be a fan of everything, of real sports. I don't know how we did. We're probably good to go. Here's one for you. Toss up.
Okay.
The Kansas City Wiz.
The Wiz. Nobody beats the Wiz. The Kansas City Wiz has got to be a basketball team.
I cheated. You don't remember? Oh, it's probably because you didn't know the parameters. MLS. Debut MLS. I thought I was going to throw a trick curveball for you.
Wow.
Remember when they came out and we were like in 6th or 7th grade or 8th grade? You're like, the Wiz, because it's like pee-pee. We're just like,
yeah,
we
because
just,
that's what
really
I
had a good
yeah,
time.
because I grew out of that. That's because I grew out of it.
The Wiz.
Wow. I do remember the MLS coming out. Everyone's like, wow, this Landon Donovan guy's going to be king of the castle. No one gives a shit about Landon Donovan.
The San Jose Clash did, or the Earthquakes, or whatever they turned into.
Wasn't the LA
Well,
Galaxy?
now Kansas City now is the they really just changed names. They're now the I don't know. I kind of like so the MLS did this thing where they try to do sports names like Americans do them, and then like around 2010 they decided they all had to have like European soccer names. So now they're like
Football Club,
Kansas City
FC.
FC or something like that. Yeah, or something like that. It's like, okay, fine. Pretend you're European. You're not.
Pretend you're Europe.
You're not.
Pretend. Yeah. This is a long episode.
Yeah. I guess we could wrap it up. This episode is now defunct. Everybody have a good week. Ready for some playoff hockey, some WrestleMania. I can tell a lot of our listeners are going to be real hyped about our WrestleMania review.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the best time of year. The Masters is today as we speak. I got a nice little... I put in a bet on Thursday for 4 guys to make the top 20. Bet 20 to win like 160 or something like that.
Okay.
And 3 of them are in, and 1 of them's tied for 21st. So I got a chance.
Wow.
We got NHL playoffs coming up, WrestleMania. It's a great time of the year. The sun's coming out. Summer's coming. April's great. This is why it's not. I'd rather it be June. But it's great for what we've had so far. I'll just say it like that. So this one's for Steve particularly. He was the only one that commented, I need longer episodes for work. Nobody else really minded. Didn't get a lot of feedback that suggested needed longer episodes. But we know it's in your hearts. Mm-hmm. You know. But yeah, you guys have a good one. We've learned a great lesson here today.
Sort of.
Anorexia is bad.
Right, DJ?
Like an old arcade screen. Man and Jet back where the stories began. Joystick dreams and a pocket full of quarters. Laughing about bets and a taste of disorder. From pixel skies to the vinyl they spun. Movies and memes under the same neon sun. Time hit pause but the jokes never ended. 2 old souls with the past still pretending. Strangely familiar